Half-Life 3 confirmed! As the joke that stopped being funny like 5 years ago or more. The Half-Life games are awesome. The first one is one of my favorite shooters of all time, and the story of the games is compelling and interesting even to this day. Aliens and alternate dimensions and dystopian futures, and man, this stuff is cool. But alas, every ray of light casts a shadow. And the shadow of the Half-Life series is that it's not finished. Quick little spoiler alert here, but at the end of Half-Life 2 Episode 2, we see one of the most hardcore cliffhangers in gaming history, with one great character getting killed, and it's like that one part of Half-Life 1 where you get knocked out and have all your stuff taken away. Only difference there is that in Half-Life 1, you actually get to continue the story and keep playing. Do you remember the ending of Halo 2, where the Flood are going nuts and the Covenant are killing things and the Master Chief is all...
Sir, finishing this fight.
And the game just cuts out? Imagine if that story hadn't been continued even to this day. It would be deemed unacceptable. Nobody would respect Bungie or give them a free pass for stopping in the middle of the story and leaving fans unfulfilled and disappointed. So why does Valve get a free pass? I love what Valve has done in the past, and I love Steam, and I can respect the work that they put into their games. That is, when they're actually making and releasing games. I honestly believe that the fact that Half-Life 3 hasn't been released is an irresponsible and EA level of insulting business practice. There's a very clear direction of where the story is supposed to go from here, and if Valve honestly doesn't have one, they should not have released Half-Life 2 without planning a proper conclusion or figuring out how the story of Half-Life as a whole would end. It wouldn't be okay if another company did it, and it's not okay that Valve has done it. Now, all of that being said, I honestly believe that Half-Life 3 is inevitable. I just don't think Valve is going to make it. In recent years, it's been obvious that Valve really isn't interested in making games anymore. However, they may be interested in entrusting their properties to other developers. Just look at the support Valve has been showing to the modding community and the indie developers over the years. And with the texture update of Half-Life 2 and Black Mesa, the fan-made HD remake of the first Half-Life game, I think it's obvious that Valve could be looking towards separate people to work on Half-Life 3. I'm sure they would oversee the process and would still be the ones to publish the game, but I really wouldn't be surprised if other properties like Portal and Left 4 Dead end up getting handed over to some new teams. All in all, I'm not really against the idea. I'd rather Valve made the games themselves. But what kind of games would we end up with if they were working on it without any real passion? Half-Life 3 would end up feeling as stale and forced as your average Watch Dogs or EA Battlefront. If Valve handed over their properties to teams they knew would treat the game with care and love, they could focus on the consistent improvements in Steam, and we would get the games that we've been waiting so long for, made by people who sincerely want to work on it. In the end, I think that it would be best for everyone. There's no doubt in my mind that Half-Life 3 is coming. The only question is, how are we getting it? So what do you think? Would Valve hand over the rights? Would it even be a good idea? Are you as sick of the Half-Life 3 confirmed meme as me? Go ahead and leave a comment, maybe like the video if you found it interesting, or subscribe if you want to see more videos as they keep coming. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'll see you next week.